the Oversight Committee and with contempt charges, all we are able to do once he is officially held in contempt is then refer charges to the DOJ. We don't have the power to actually to arrest him. I believe he should have been arrested, thrown in jail, because if this were any other American, any viewer on Newsmax today, if they defied a congressional subpoena, if they showed up and spit in the face of Congress, mocked the institution, and did not sit for the deposition, would not go through with the congressional subpoena, they would be thrown in jail. But if your last name is Biden, it's a completely different legal standard for you. And that's just, it's completely wrong. And, you know, I'm the kind of person that I hold both Republicans and Democrats to the same standard. I've gotten in hot water for holding members of my own party in contempt, but you know, when it comes down to it, you know, I have the integrity to say, and I was the only person in that room with a straight face that could say, this guy's got to go to jail. He's got to be held in contempt. And everyone, you know, the left, Democrats were complete hypocrites. And the room, I have to tell you, I was a bit seething with rage that morning. I was angry. We were caught off guard. We weren't told that he was going to show up. It was a massive PR stunt. He had movie film cameras there. This was just, you know, this was just a PR stunt. This is just a game for him and the Biden family. It mocks the institution, and it is completely wrong. And no other American, you and I wouldn't be able to do that, wouldn't be able to get away with that. But because he's Joe Biden's son, you know, anything goes, I guess.
Yeah, he does act like it's all just a game. And Democrats now giving you some backlash for your comment we heard earlier, calling Hunter the epitome of white privilege. I happen to agree with you. Is there a world, though, where Hunter Biden is treated like any other American?
He's not at all. Well, no matter kind of privilege, someone wants to call it Democrat privilege, whatever privilege you think he has it. And I like to use the leftist talking points to throw it back in their face and show what hypocrites they are, because every single one of them, when I stood with them to throw, you know, to hold Republicans in contempt, none of them could with a straight face. They were like, they all said I was right behind the scenes, but when the lights are on, the cameras are on, you know, they just couldn't do it. There's no integrity there in that. There's no standard. Whatever the standard is, it should be the same for both sides. And I hate the Hill in Washington for the hypocrisy, but what you saw the other day was complete hypocrisy on the Hill. It's just massively disappointing to see he can just get away with this. There are no repercussions for it. It's frustrating, and it makes you angry.
And not to mention the coordination between, you know, Jared Moskowitz and other Democrats, Jamie Raskin, to get him. They all knew he was going to show up, but nobody on your side of the aisle had any idea he was going to show up. Jill Biden, the first lady, was asked about this. She says that you guys are all being cruel to her poor son, Hunter. Take a listen.
How have you been coping personally with the onslaught of accusations against your husband and your family, including and especially Hunter? It's the focus of a House Oversight Committee hearing, holding him in contempt, obsessing over him, showing pictures of him during vulnerable moments in his battle with addiction on the floor of the House. This would crush any family.
Mika, I think what they are doing to Hunter is cruel. And I'm really proud of how Hunter has rebuilt his life after addiction. You know, I love my son, and it's hurt my grandchildren.
Congresswoman, can you just comment on that and this narrative that the Democrats are going to try to perpetuate for the next 10 and a half months until the election, that poor, sweet little precious baby boy Hunter, he was going through a bad time, and we love him and we're helping him with his recovery. That's the narrative that half of America is hearing when it comes to Hunter Biden.
Yeah, and I think most of us have faced this in our own families, where addiction has become a problem, where a member of our family or ourselves need a second chance because of a challenge we face in life. That's not what this is about. This is not about Hunter Biden porn or Hunter Biden drug addiction. Everyone on both sides of the aisle have major sympathy for someone who's going through those challenges. But the cruelty here, what is cruel, is the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the corruption, the bribery, the money laundering, the racketeering, all those things, and lying in the faces of the American people. Because every time the Oversight Committee, Judiciary Committee, Ways and Means Committee, every time we come up with more evidence, more whistleblowers, the Biden family, the Biden administration, the Biden spokespeople, they all just move the goalposts, and then they lie, and they lie over and over and over again. And the mainstream media just takes it hook, line, and sinker.